Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, August 26, 2026, and we're back at the Universal Orlando Resort checking in on the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction progress, as well as general park updates throughout Universal's Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida. A lot has been going on over the past week. Sorry we didn't have an update over the weekend. We had friends in town that we were hosting, so hopefully you enjoyed the Volcano Bay video that we posted, because we checked out what's going on over there and what's been new since they got rid of Tapu Tapu. Today, I know that there's definitely some things done inside the park, especially over at Studios. They had team member previews the past 2 evenings, so that means all of the set pieces for Halloween Horror Nights should be set up now. But first, we're going to head on over to Hard Rock and check out the progress on Hollywood Drift and see what crews have been up to the past week. Let's go. As I'm heading over to Hard Rock, there's crews out working on the archway and more railings put up. That's new. So there's been a lot of talk about projection mapping being done up onto the archway. Right now, I'm not sold on that quite yet because there's no projectors up here on the lighting towers. Lighting towers are set up just like every other normal Halloween Horror Nights. So I don't think we're quite there yet. For projection mapping, you have to calibrate those projectors precisely. They have to be in the right place, right angle. There's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not as simple as just setting up a projector and shining it on a building, as many people think. So right now, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're just behind in this project. I mean, as you can see behind me here, scaffolding keeps going up. They keep making it higher and higher, and it looks like crews are actively working on that right now. Word on the street is that that project was supposed to be done a couple weeks ago, but they must have ran into some sort of issue with it. We'll see when they actually finish it. All right, continuing on our way. Good morning, Fast and Furious. You're looking good. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to really help us out on our goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers. Plus, that way you stay up to date on all the updates from the Universal Orlando Resort, Disney, SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and more. Well, I definitely see work lights, so they have been busy working overnight, likely on electrical work and other groundwork. A lot of the hard wiring that needs to be done to get this ride operational, it seems like they've been working on. I am also seeing a lot more stakes in the ground underneath here. So they're definitely working on landscaping and some of the hardscape work. We also see the alignment template is still where it was last week. Since it's still there, I'm suspecting that they've completed this area or have gotten it mostly complete, or they found an issue with alignment right in the beginning of the mid-course brake run. So they're having to work on that a little bit before they continue on. But also the speed bump area they do have completely covered right now. So it will be interesting to see when they start working on the template over there, how they have to remove the coverings and put them back. You can also see that they have work lights up where they were working on the flanges that they needed to repair because the alignment was incorrect. It looks like they are actually fully welded now. Crews were working on them just a few days ago. I am also seeing new electrical equipment placed underneath the speed bump area, especially that big gray building in the back. Not exactly sure what it's for, but it's definitely for electrical. And here's another one to be placed. For the most part, it seems like the electrical building is slowing down with work. I have not seen a bunch of crews over here as of late. A lot of the equipment has been placed outside of it, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've wrapped up the majority of the work and so they've moved on to other things. Even the roof finally looks pretty good. Also, could it be they finally placed the last column? I'm seeing a lot of crews out here though. They're definitely busy. Okay, just have to say, what a beautiful sunrise up over NBC Grill Brew. And this area of the site is cleaned up really nicely, which means they are working on hardscape over here. Over on the far side, I see that they have placed rebar for paving work to begin. All right, that's going to do it from Hard Rock for right now. We're going to come back here in a little bit. We're going to head over to Islands of Adventure for some early entry, maybe ride a few rides. It's always a great way to wake up because I get here early. I get here at 7 o'clock in the morning, right away when the park opens. It's nice and quiet, or at least parking lot's open. So on our way over there, let's check in at Category 10 and see what's new over there, because when I walked in, I saw a crane. That's definitely new. Yep, we definitely have a crane. And not just a crane, but even more hardware to go with it. It also looks like they were able to compact this area and make it solid for the crane to sit on while they're doing construction. But over on the far side, looks about the same as their earlier dirt pushing project. All right, time to go ride some rides. Let's go see how long of a line it is for early entry for pass holders. Remember, if you are a Universal annual pass holder, go to the left side, all the way where you exit the park. There's an exclusive pass holder only entrance that you can use. Definitely use it right away in the morning for early entry, but once the park opens and there's really not a line at the turnstiles, it doesn't make much sense to use it. It's better to just walk through the normal turnstiles. It's faster because you have to walk a little bit further to get around to it. So that's just kind of a pro tip. So let's go see what the line looks like this morning. Well, this is what I like to see. It's not backed up almost at all. This is going to be a quick wait to get in. All right, just like I thought, quick wait. Only a few minutes. We had to wait until 7:45 until park actually opened, and now we're off. Now we're going to get held here until the park officially opens. All right, this is a little different. They're actually sending us through the bypass for early entry. Am I going to run into this drinking fountain? Let's find out. So they definitely are sending us right by the drinking fountain that people run into. That's great. Also over by Seuss, the Coke freestyle machines are no longer behind barricades, so that's nice. All right, on our way to Lost Continent, let's go see what crews have been up to. All right, to my surprise, this is very new. They have moved the walkway over to the far left-hand side, where I suspected they were going to do last week, but yep, that gift shop is next. Yeah, I have to say, this is weird. Very weird. What's also a little different is they are sending everybody back towards Velocicoaster, which means Velocicoaster is going to have a big old line. And this construction wall is still here. They haven't bumped it out or moved it at all, but I do see equipment behind it now, so they are going to start working on this area real soon. All right, so it sounds like they're sending everybody this way because Hagrid's is delayed and they're making everybody walk all the way around. A little weird that they're doing that, because if it was just delayed, they typically wouldn't. They must be working on something else back there and temporarily, so they just want everybody to go around. Oh well, let's go see what Velocicoaster's line looks like. Well, look at that. Everybody's taking the turn to go over to Hagrid's, even though it's down. This doesn't have much of a wait. You know what? I think I want to ride. Let's go ride. Boy, is it nice to not see a line.
Returning to this room.
All right, had a quick ride on Velocicoaster. She's running great in train 2. They did have all 4 trains running, but since everybody is coming over there from Hagrid's being down, the line's getting longer. Speaking of Hagrid's, we're gonna walk on over there, see what's going on, seeing if they are even letting people line up, which usually would mean if they're letting people line up, it's not that much of a delay. But let's go see. Well, when you see the line of team members, that means you cannot start forming a line. There are still some people holding out hope that are hanging out here in front, but yep, nope, it is down. Right now, Parkscope is showing that it's not expected to reopen until 9:15. Yeah, I kind of believe that. Yep, I definitely do. Also, another strange thing. Exiting Hogsmeade, heading towards Lost Continent. This is open. So why are they sending everybody around? I don't know. This is strange though. I'm the only one over here. Nobody's going this way. It's very strange. Well, we still have what everybody believes is the health services building. And until it opens, it will just be a rumor. But I do believe that it is. And as you can see, those construction walls go all the way around the backside to the team member access area. So this is definitely next. I see a lot of construction crews hanging around over here too. So they're definitely getting ready for demolition on this. All right, yeah, so that's very strange. They are sending everybody around, even though this area is open. I think it's just because Hagrid's being down, they're just trying to get ahead of it. But I haven't seen them do that before, so that's a little bit different. But let's head on over to Jurassic Park River Adventure area and see what the crews have been working on over there. They don't have much time. It's supposed to open November 17th. That's at least what team members have been told, so let's go see. All right, friends, so it looks like over here at River Adventure, we don't have a lot of work done, but thatching is continuing. Let's take a look and see if we can spot anything from Camp Jurassic for a change. So yeah, it looks like crews have just gotten more thatching done. I've also seen more waterproofing installed on the building over to our right, but it's very slow progress still. Thunder Falls, still checking in over here. No progress, no work walls, no nothing. Win, Universal, win. All right, friends, got out of Islands of Adventure a little later than I wanted to. However, I think we're just gonna go right over to Studios and see what's new in there, because I know there's a lot to cover with the tribute store, all the Halloween Horror Nights props set up. So we're just gonna swing over there. Here's a look at that scaffolding on the backside. You can actually see up into it a little bit. It's just normal scaffolding for painting. Big painting project though. All right, ticket windows are pretty busy, but it looks like turnstiles are wide open, so we'll be right in. And just like that, we're in. Well, since we're here a little later, let's go to the left and see what's going on over here for Fast and Furious. But also, we got the signs finally up. Well, it definitely looks like crews are working on tightening the bolts, getting them torqued to the proper level. This is probably one of the most tedious processes. I spy crews all over working on torquing. That's awesome. Also looks like they got most of the emergency evacuation catwalks installed, but I still see some gaps on the right side. All right, for a change, there's not very many people down the middle because we're not here at the time of the running of the bulls. Here's all the signs for Halloween Horror Nights 35, Hellraiser, Stranger Things, Sinners, Evil Dead Burn. Looks great. I can't wait for our event night. We're not sure when we're gonna go, but we are going this year. We're at Music Plaza. We finally have the sea of stanchions, even all the way back over here to our normal spots to see Fast and Furious. But that's okay. Not much is going on other than bolt torquing. We also have quite a few more junction boxes installed for the LSM stators. Also to note, we still have a crane hanging out over here, so they might need that to reach other areas. Not sure why they're holding on to it, but it might be useful for the catwalk installation. Boy, is it nice to see all this, even though I get all my grass taken away. No. Well, over on the other side near Jimmy Fallon, we've got the sign up, but also this board is actually on, showing the park wait times. But you know what? If you have Park Scope, you don't really need that. You can just check it out on your phone whenever you need to. But checking out over here by the track, some of the construction walls are down because this is now a pathway for Halloween Horror Nights. But you can get better views of Fast and Furious. Still does not look like they have added any catwalks for evacuation over here yet, but more cabling, more junction boxes. That's about all I see. All right, back over by Jimmy Fallon, we've got the rest of the props set up. We saw these last week when they were first put out, but not that. That's new. Yeah, this is definitely new. It's a huge set piece. It looks great. All right, let's go take a look at the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Station area before we go into the tribute store for Halloween Horror Nights and the rest of the park. Well, somebody put this dirt pile in the way, so that's fun. Crews are definitely hard at work though. Lots of equipment moving around. They're playing in the dirt for something. Up along the track area, definitely more wiring, more electrical equipment. That's about all I'm seeing right now. I do see some crews working on the switch over there though. Might be working on those fine adjustments for it. Well, thanks to that giant dirt pile, we're gonna head on into the park. It's kind of hard to see stuff from there. let's go to the tribute store. So here's the Halloween Horror Night tribute store. It's looking great with the new banner up there. Apparently in the evenings, they actually do have a scare actor hanging out here, scaring people as they go in. But so yeah, that's pretty fun. Plus another one over here. You can see the button on the stage. That is for an effect to be triggered by the scare actor. Not sure what that effect is. Probably have to be here in the evening to see that. But let's head on in. All right, that was pretty cool. I really like how they had each room for each of the different houses that they're doing. Very well themed. Merchandise looked great in there. Pass holders right now get 30% off, or so I've been told by a team member. So definitely get down here, get your merch, get excited. Starts on Friday. I think we're ready. All right, let's go see the rest of the props throughout studios, because pretty much everything should be out by now. So I know over here in the Central Park area, we have a few food booths. We've covered them in previous updates, so definitely go back to the channel and take a look at those. We're gonna head down the normal walkway. I don't think there's too much different. Most of this has been completed, but I have heard that Fort Nightmares got a lot of props installed, so we're gonna try to make our way towards that. Since we always check in at Finnegan's, here's Finnegan's. Nothing's different. Work walls just got pushed back for Horror Nights. That's about it. And I feel like I'm over in Fast and Furious. Supercharged. Oh wait, never mind. So it looks like crews have also got some of the other signage placed around the park. That was one that I noticed different from last week. Thank God it's gone. Over by Richter's, they definitely took down all the Jaws stuff. All gone. Over here at Club Horror, nothing's different from what I last saw, other than the menus. We have menus. Here's a quick look for all those premium cocktails. I see rum on that list. That makes me happy. Also back here by Pier 41, we have some seating areas, and this is kind of like a club hangout spot. Just something to note if you're coming to Horror Nights. You know, usually by this time of the day, I am drenched because it is hot in Florida, but it's only 87 degrees right now. Only. It's gonna get hotter, but this time of year, temperatures are starting to fall, starting to get a little bit more comfortable out here. But don't let the humidity fool you. Still 70%. It's sticky. So plan ahead if you're coming to Horror Nights. It's usually cooler in the evenings. Lows down to the 75-ish range. So for you northerners, feels great. For us Floridians, you might need a sweater. All right, looks like we got stanchions set up for nightmare fuel. Definitely need this for line management. This show is extremely popular. We did not see it last year since we didn't come to Horror Nights or the year before that, but I think this year we're gonna try to see it. Also a very small sign for Hellraiser, but this is one of the entrances to that maze. And Sinners. Kind of small signs. I expected it to be a little bit bigger, but you go through there. Over by Men in Black restrooms, we finally have a sign for a maze. Yep, kind of small, tucked away, but here you go. All right, let's go take a look at back behind Simpsons to see what we can see on the finished facades. I see a hole in that roof. We're missing the cop car. That's interesting. He's not here. Huh. Must be refurbishment time. All right, since there are food booths over here by Animal Actors, let's go check out those menus and see what we got. Here's a look. We're gonna start off with beverages and work our way down. Make sure to pause the video to get a better look at the menu if you so desire. We're gonna kind of go through each one of these for you. These ones are the same. That one's the same. Here we got some food. Walking tacos. Now you're talking. And then these are the same. And this is where you buy. They have another station a little bit further down where you can buy just drinks. But this is where you can buy your food and then you pick it up at the counter to your right. I don't know about you, but I think one of the coolest things about these events is the food and drink offerings. I love that they change things up. They come up with custom menus specifically for the events. Some of the flavor combinations they do are just wild to me. I'm definitely a foodie, so I can't wait to try them out on our visit. There is one big thing that's different. The battle bus. Right outside the entrance to Fort Nightmares. And just like that, we made it to Fort Nightmares. The sign's finally up, but it looks like a lot of the props are about the same as what we saw last Wednesday when we were last here. But I did spot something different, and that is corn. Yes, corn. So if you don't know the importance of corn, there is a saying that anytime Universal puts corn in a scare zone, in a maze, we get a hurricane. Well, I don't know if I fully buy it, but that is the lore. So why would Universal do this to us? It's been such a good no hurricane year. Why? We also have a few more props that have been put up. I see you hanging out up there. Yep, they got all the props out. It's looking great.
Wait, I need an R of them though. I know a little sign language. I know this. Very good. I know.
All right, so that's it for Fort Nightmares. We're gonna head over into the last scare zone area. All that was done weeks ago, so I don't expect anything to be new over there. Then I think we're gonna call it a day. But we'll see. Not sure if there's anything else that might pop up. We'll go have a look. Yep, looks to be about the same. Even the mystery machine is still here, so they must be keeping that for this scare zone. But everything else looks about to be the same as it has been the past several weeks. Well, and on my way out, they have all the stanchions down, scaffolding. Whatever work they needed to get done is done. But yeah, look at how tight this is for Horror Nights. No medallion. We know that there isn't one hanging up there because of repainting, but man, yeah, this is tight. So one little tidbit that I found over here is we do have a prop hanging out right here. I haven't seen anybody else catch this because we probably all walk past it every day, but yeah, extra little prop in City Walk. All right, friends, that's going to do it from the Universal Orlando Resort for your Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift construction update and final Halloween Horror Nights construction update and setup. We saw the Tribute Store, which was absolutely fantastic. Lots of great merch in there. The park looks great and ready to go for Friday. We're excited. Might even stop by here Friday evening to kind of catch all the festivities. So make sure to subscribe so you stay up to date with all the videos that we have coming out, because we're going to do all these What's New videos for other parks too. We're not just going to do Universal all the time. We're going to start swinging over to Disney and seeing what's going on over there. So make sure you're subscribed to stay up to date with everything going on in the Orlando theme park industry. With that said, if you guys are heading to the theme parks anytime soon, make sure to download ParkScope so that you can stay up to date on crowd, wait times, downtime, and more. So have a great park day, and we'll see you guys in the next one.